the other. But Satyapal Jain, I read out the judgment, and it seems to suggest, because one bench completely contradictory to the other bench.
I don't think you can use that word that it is totally contradictory to the judgment of the other bench. The other bench has also not said that delay itself is not a factor for considering bail. In Umar Khali's case, the Supreme Court found that delay is not the trump card for bail. And secondly, in that case, Supreme Court also recorded that the delay is not only because of the state or prosecuting agency. Even the accused are also responsible for that because they have been taking date after date on one pretext or the other. Having said that, I will say judges take a decision after going through the facts and evidence available on file. As the Honorable Judge just pointed out, there are different acts. The bail provisions in different acts are different. The PMLA Section 45 laid down certain conditions for granting bail. UAPA also laid down certain conditions. And these are the laws which have been enacted by Parliament, which has been given the power to enact the laws. They have been upheld by the courts. Therefore, when you apply the principle of bail, you go through the provisions of law, the facts of the case, and the general principle of the right to liberty. Let's not forget, it's not the right of liberty of a common man which is being taken. Nobody is taking the right of a common man. Those people who are accused of certain allegations under a specific act, maybe earlier the IPC, the PMLA, SFIU, and all those things, their bail considerations are based on the provisions of the act, and applying those principles, the courts take a decision. It's not for the first time. If I come to the second point, I'm not saying there is a contradiction, but do sometimes judges differ, and then there is a procedure for that. For example, there is a contradiction on one point, then some larger bench will come and take a decision which out of the two law will be followed. Just now you saw that Justice Pardiwala's judgment that the president and governors are bound to decide within 6 months. If they don't decide, they will be deemed to be accepted. They are non-presidential reference. The Constitution bench says no, that is not the position of law. Objectively, they take a decision keeping in view the facts and evidence on file. And if there is a contradiction, if there is any, later on it is sorted out. There is no problem of
No, sometimes there are contradictions within the bench as well, but it does seem that there are many versions where it comes down to the interpretation of Article.
Fair point. In Karnataka hijab matter, the two judges of the Supreme Court differed. Justice Hemant Gupta and Justice perhaps...
It's happened, you're right, sir. It's happened on multiple occasions, but